Starting off with the filter command. This command lets us build complex selection criteria. For example, in my 3 floor plans, I have dimensions with 2 different properties. Dimensions with a yellow color and dimensions with a cyan color. What if I would like to select all the dimensions in my 3 drawing which have a yellow color? So what we are going to do, we will type on our keyboard filter, hit enter, and here the object selection filters dialog pops up. The first thing we are going to do, we need to find dimension. This is our first filter and we will hit add to list. Secondly, again, we will need to add another filter, which this time would be color. And here we will choose select and go for a yellow color. Make sure this color here match the color from your drawing. Hit OK, again add to list, and now hit apply. And when we go over our drawings and press enter, as you see, we have selected all the dimensions with the yellow color and have left out those with the cyan color. Quick Select gives you a fast way to select objects by property in our drawing, like all polylines on layer 0 or any other criteria that we decide for our selection. For example, what if I want to select all objects in my drawing here which are on a specific layer? To activate the Quick Select command, right-click on your mouse, go to Quick Select, and here the Quick Select dialog pops up. Here, apply to entire drawing. We could also choose part of our drawing, object type multiple, and here we choose layer and choose which layer we want to choose to be selected. We want, for example, all the objects to be selected which are on the furniture layer. Hit OK, and as you see, everything that's on the furniture layer gets selected in all our 3 drawings. If your screen is full of clutter, use the Lay ISO command by simply choosing one object on the specific layer, in our case this line on the wall layer. And now if we type Lay ISO on our keyboard, hit enter, as you see it isolates everything in our drawing which was drawn on the wall layer. This lets you focus specifically on what you are working on. To bring everything back, simply type on your keyboard Lay on ISO, hit enter, and we get back to our main drawing. Most of us have encountered messy drawings from consultants or older projects. What if we could clean our drawing with one simple command from this to this? For that purpose, let's use the Overkill command. For that purpose, let's type on our keyboard Overkill, hit enter, select the objects which you want to clean and get rid of the duplicate lines. Now, make sure in Ignore Object Properties you play around. Mostly, I advise to select all of them. Hit OK, and as you see, we got from a messy drawing to a clean drawing and have deleted all the duplicate lines. Now, let's explore the Add Selected command in AutoCAD, which allows us or saves us from reconfiguring properties manually. It saves us a lot of time and effort. Here I have 2 different dimensions line with different properties. If I would like to continue my dimensions with this type of dimension style, I would simply click on it, then right click and go to Add Selected and click from this point to, let's say, this point here. And as you see, I got the dimension with the same properties as the previous dimension style line. Again, just to show you one more example, I will show you actually 2 more examples, and that's because I find this command really helpful. I would select this, again right click and go to Add Selected, and this time if I would take a dimension from here till here, as you see it directly adopts the same properties as the previous object selected. One more example. What if I would like to draw this line without again to have to retype the configurations and the properties? So to save time, I would say simply select this line, right click, go to Add Selected, and as you see I can draw with the same previous properties of the line that I have selected. Need clean professional annotations? Use the M ladder to create ladder lines with text. Great for labeling components or giving quick instruction. You can set up custom styles for consistency too. To activate the M ladder command, we go to Annotations, and here we find this icon. Click on it. Now click and move, and we can add any note of our preference. For example, I would like to mention that this is a double glass window. Okay, and once we are done, simply click anywhere empty, and so we have created our ladder. In case your text and your arrow is too small, click on this arrow here, here on the Annotation tab, and find this icon, multi-ladder style. Click on it. Now go to Modify and make sure you increase the text height. For example, I want to make it to 16. Ladder structure, and you have to do this only in case you are not seeing the arrow and the text, or they are too small. For example, set landing distance. Let's set this one to 18, and the ladder format, the size, let's put it to 21, and we can even change the symbol type to dot, for example. Once we are satisfied with the result, hit OK, set current, and close. And as you see, we have increased the size and even changed the arrowhead to a big dot. Let's move on to the next part of our tutorial. Now we want to learn how to find the midpoint between two entities. For example, here I have my dining table where the outline of the dining table is exploded. What I usually have done before I learn it actually, this command, I joined these lines to find the midpoint, or I would simply draw a line from here till here and to find the midpoint of the dining table. But there's a command which, for example, I would like to draw a table lamp or a flower here at the center of the dining table. So while I have the circle command activated, hit Ctrl plus right click on your mouse. And here I get the option midpoint, mid between 2 points. So I would like to find the midpoint between this line to this line here. And as you see, I directly get a circle at the center of the table. And now I can simply draw my table lamp. This is one of the very, very useful commands I learned in my career. And I hope you already know about it. If not, I think it should be clear. This is a very useful and powerful command to find the midpoint between two entities, two objects, or whatsoever. Now, let me also do quickly MA for match properties. Let this be a bonus. I think most of us know match properties. Select the source object and now select the destination object for them to get the same color. Explode this one, MA for match properties, source object and destination object, to match the colors and the the properties and the layer of each one. I would like to hatch certain areas of my floor plan spaces. For example, if I would like to hatch this space here, I would have to hide all these objects and create a boundary in order to be able to hatch it. But one simple but very useful trick, I would like to share it with you, a command inside of AutoCAD that would allow us to hatch this area without the need to get rid of this furniture and later on bring them back. I would simply go for REC, rectangle, and draw a rectangle from here till here. Now I would type, as normally we do, HA for hatch, and here in the hatch settings, instead of selecting objects or choosing points, I would go for select object. So we click on it and now we have to choose the boundary of our hatch, this one. And as you see, automatically it hatched the space without the need to hide our dimensions and furniture. Now let me modify it a bit more. Let's go for 75, change the color to something lighter, and let's go to the transparency and give it a transparency of 80%. Here we have our entire drawing. What if we want to save individually only part of it, or a block or a group? For that purpose of of this part of our tutorial, I would like to save only here my dining table into a separate individual AutoCAD DWG file. What I'm going to do firstly, select it and type block. On your keyboard, hit enter, give it a name, di_table01, give it a name. We will keep the rest of the settings as it is, hit OK. And now we have converted our dining table our family dining table to a block. Nextly, we are usually on the Home tab. We will go to Insert, and then we will go to Right Block. Click on this arrow here, Right Block again, and as you see, our source is defined to be a block. We can either go for entire drawing or some objects that we choose. For this part of our tutorial, we will keep it only as block, and because we previously have selected this block, it's di_table01 if you remember. Now all we have to do is decide a location to save it, and I will save it in my blocks folder and simply call it 01 dining table, and then hit save and OK. And now what happened, if I would move on to my desktop blocks and I would double click on it, as you see, we have saved our block here individually from the rest of our floor plan drawing. What if we get a messy or heavy file drawing, or we want to have a clean file drawing before we actually save our drawing or archive it? So, last but not least, the Purge command helps us clean out all unused stuff, layers, blocks, line types, keeping our file size small and tidy, essential before sending or archiving a drawing. To access the Purge command, we will simply type on our keyboard Purge, hit enter, and here we have a couple of settings to play with. So, do you want to clean out and the blocks, groups, dimension? We keep it as all items, and here in options you can experiment with them according to your needs. I would like to go for Purge nested items. I would also like to have the zero length geometry in case we have it also to be purged, and also the orphan data. Now purge all, purge this item, yes, purge all checked items, and so now we can hit close, and we should have a file drawing with less weight on our PC, a smaller file size, and a clean drawing. And that's it, 10 AutoCAD powerful tools that most people overlook but can totally change the way you work. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more tips, and let me know in the comments which of these tools do you already use and which was new to you. And in case you need more content like this or want to download my templates and blocks, check out my Patreon. I will leave a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Now go dominate your next AutoCAD project. See you in our upcoming tutorial.